What is the perfect certification path to get your career going in cybersecurity? Well, stick around for this video and I will walk you through the perfect certification roadmap to help you getting into cybersecurity. But first, if this is the first time that we're meeting, my name is John Good, and this is my channel where I get to spread my passion for cybersecurity training, tips and tricks, and career advice to help you go further. Remember to smash the thumbs up to like this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you don't miss future content, and make sure to leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. If you like this video or any of my other training course videos, head on over to my website at johngood.com where I have full courses that are uninterrupted. If you just want to donate to the channel, that's cool too. Check out the description for a link to donate to the channel. We're also trying to grow the Discord channel, so if you want to go on there and chat, the link is down in the description. All right, let's get into the video. Now, in cybersecurity, there are so many different certifications that you can pick from. You can pick from project management, you can pick from incident handling, penetration testing, network security. There are so many different certifications to choose from, and this can make it very confusing for somebody to pick which certification to go for. And especially if you're new, you don't have a lot of knowledge to pull from as far as where you should go. Essentially, there are three different types of people that are looking to get into cybersecurity. One type of person is currently in college for IT or a cybersecurity degree. One is not interested in college degrees, but they might be changing careers. And then the last one is currently working in IT, but they're trying to get into cybersecurity. The path I'm going to show you is an ideal path that you should strongly consider when you're trying to get into cybersecurity. Now, as we go through the path, keep in mind that if you already have knowledge on a certain subject, that's okay. You can expedite that part of the process, but it really gets your mind thinking of what you should be looking at and what you should be studying. One of the most important things that you should consider and be aware of as you go through your journey is that you should be very honest and transparent with yourself. Do not lie to yourself as far as where your knowledge is at. The reason being, if you take shortcuts, you might end up hurting yourself in the long run. So you really want to be honest with yourself where you're at. So when you're first starting out, let's talk about the first 6 months, what you should be doing when you're trying to get into cybersecurity. First 6 months should be spent trying to build your foundational knowledge and your skills. Some of the certifications can be expensive, especially when you're first starting out and getting into this field. And it's kind of a shock because you're not used to spending that extra money on these exams. My advice in this first 6 months is you really want to start out with conceptual exams. So conceptual certifications. These are things that mix in technology, but they don't necessarily focus on a very specific, complex subject. They'll give you a lot of that broad foundational knowledge. So the objectives in this 6-month period, you want to learn the concepts, start reading news about cybersecurity and what's going on in the world. So you really get kind of ingrained in the field. Don't be afraid to download virtual machines and just start breaking things. Being curious is extremely important for your cybersecurity career. So make sure you try things out, experiment, but make sure that you don't do it on production networks. You want to make sure you do it in your home lab or off-network lab, some kind of test lab. Potential certifications that you want to look at in this first 6 months are the CompTIA Network Plus and the CompTIA Security Plus. Again, these are very foundational and conceptual type exams. They're not going to drill down and, let's say, Cisco networking gear or firewalls or anything like that. But they're going to give you that base foundational knowledge that you need. Now, moving on to the 9 to 12 month area. This is the area where you're still trying to build on that foundational knowledge, but you want to continue to expand. Now, networking is the backbone of information technology and security. So it's one of those areas where you really need to have a solid foundation. Additionally, Linux is very important. A lot of our security tools and something called Kali Linux, which is a Linux operating system version, a distribution that we use, and it has a lot of our tools in it. But the key is that you need to be comfortable with Linux. Also, a lot of people out there aren't comfortable with Linux in general. So if you can become comfortable, it helps you step forward and be ahead of other people, ahead of your peers, especially early on. A lot of people are going to go for Windows first because they feel comfortable with Windows. But I'm telling you, if you can get Linux down, Linux can be much more difficult than Windows to understand. So here in this ballpark, this 9 to 12 month area, you want to continue to build your foundational knowledge and your skills. And you also want to consider learning something like Bash or a scripting language and potentially some kind of programming language. I don't think you have to specifically focus on that. You don't have to take, 6 months to learn a programming language, but you should start to embed this into your knowledge and start to learn and practice. If you learn how to do something in Linux, learn how to script it out. Learn how to put it in a Bash script. Learn how to put it in a Python script. Potential certifications in this 9 to 12 month area are going to be the Cisco CCNA and the CompTIA Linux Plus. Now, I also want to point out that these certifications that I'm listing in these timeframes, I've also made these timeframes to basically allow for that amount of time to get all of those certifications. So I do think it's going to take you probably 9 to 12 months to get your Cisco CCNA and your CompTIA Linux Plus. I do think it's going to take you probably about 6 months to get your CompTIA Network Plus and CompTIA Security Plus. So keep that in mind. When I'm saying potential certifications, I'm saying all the ones that I list, right? Unless I say specifically otherwise. Now, if you're enjoying the content so far, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button to like this video, subscribe as well, and leave me a comment if you have any questions on my roadmap so far. Also, I have all of this information documented and more in an ebook called Guide to Cybersecurity Careers that all you have to do is sign up for my newsletter. The link will be in the description, and you'll be able to download my ebook. It has a lot more information on certifications, on education, on soft skills that you need to know, how to build a home lab, all this different stuff. And it's very useful information that you're going to want to know. So again, just sign up for my newsletter and you'll immediately be directed where you can download the ebook. All right, let's get back to the content. Now at 12 months, this is where you want to start diving into a lot more of the technology. At this point, I really want you to focus on cloud technologies. A lot of companies are trying to move to the cloud or are in the cloud. So you really want to start learning that information that's going to make you relevant. The reason why you want to start learning it at this point is because this is where you're going to really have a great chance at getting a cybersecurity job. You might not get a cybersecurity job in your first 6 months or your first year, but at this point, especially if you start learning cloud, you're going to be extremely valuable to companies. So that's why I've put the cloud information here. Now, the objectives here in this next 12-month part is aggressively learning about cloud and how you can secure it. You want to continually improve your scripting and programming skills because especially as we go to the cloud, that's going to be extremely important. Now, in this phase, this is extremely important. First of all, are you currently in a job or in a company? If you are, I want you to pick the technology that's related to that company. What does your company use or what do they see as most valuable? Now, I'm saying that because I have both Amazon AWS and Microsoft Azure here. Okay, so if you're doing Amazon AWS, again, I want you to get all these certifications and give yourself roughly a year. It might take less, which is great, but we've laid out a year for this part. With Amazon, I want you to get your Amazon AWS Cloud Practitioner. That's the very foundational certification. Then I want you to get the Amazon AWS Solutions Architect Associate. Okay. And then I want you to get the Amazon AWS Security Specialty. The reason for the architect certification is because in security, we're probably not going to configure as a system administrator would, right? we're going to lay out what needs to be happening in order to be secure. With Microsoft is a little bit different because of what they offer, but it's the same idea. So I want you to get the Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals certification, then the Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator Associate, and then the Microsoft Certified Azure Security Engineer Associate. So it's the same idea where you really want to focus on the architecture side of things, but because of what they offer, that's why it's laid out that way. Again, depending on if you're in a company, you want to get what is specific to your company. So what's going to help you in your company. If you're not in a company or you don't have a cybersecurity job, you're going to change companies, whatever the case may be, honestly, you can pick either one of these. I probably would try to look at what kind of companies I want to look for. A lot of development shops are going to be more Amazon AWS probably. If you're looking at some of the bigger companies, some of the more traditional style companies, Microsoft Azure is probably going to make more sense. Now, the next section is unlimited months past that. So past basically the 2-year mark. Past that, you have a lot of foundational knowledge in networking and cloud infrastructure. And the reason why I want you to focus on those things for those first really 2 years is because most of the jobs in cybersecurity are on the defensive side. There are penetration testing jobs and hacker jobs and things like that, ethical hackers, but the majority of the jobs are not offensive. They are mostly defensive jobs. So that's why you really need to focus on those defensive sides because it's going to give you the best opportunity to get a job. But if you have those knowledge areas and those skills, it can help you a lot if you go onto the offensive side. But again, you want to really focus on where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, not necessarily the small subset of jobs where you might not actually even get a job at. But with this section, this is where you can really start to specialize. So now you have that foundational knowledge in cloud and networking and Linux and all these different areas. If you really enjoy it, keep going. Keep trying to specialize. If you don't like it, maybe this is where you start to look at things like penetration testing and ethical hacking and some of these other areas that you can really expand out to. Start researching some of these other areas that you're interested in. Once you pick a specialization, I would honestly commit at least a year just dedicated towards that area. Remember, it's easy to get lost in a lot of these different certifications, but you really want to focus on a specific area. If you put a year towards it and then you realize you don't like it, great, then move on, pick something else. But a year gives you a lot of time to develop skills in that area. Anything less, and you'll probably do a disservice to yourself, and you probably won't learn enough to make it worthwhile. So really commit about a year in this period. Regardless of what you do, the CISSP is something that you should have in your sights. Now, I don't want you to get it right away because there's an experience requirement. Honestly, I wouldn't start worrying about it until around the 4-year mark or so. I've actually made a bunch of videos, including how I passed in under 2 weeks, which I'll go ahead and link for you so you can watch that as well. But really, you should have the CISSP in your sights because at that 4 or 5 year mark and on, it's going to make a difference regardless of what you do. And it's something that every security professional, once they get later in their career, needs to have. Ultimately, one of the most important things that you can do in your career is to stay flexible. You're going to change jobs, your interests are going to change, and your path is going to change. It's just how it is. These things happen as you progress in your career. You want to be willing to take learning opportunities as they come to you and make sure that you're taking opportunities that are going to allow you to grow. Don't just stay comfortable in the same spot because especially if you're early on in your career, let's say you have like 20, 30 years to go in your career before you retire. You don't want to pick something, at year 2 that just stays stale the whole time for the rest of your career. This industry will pass you by if you're not trying to constantly progress and learn new things. Now, I'm going to link a book down in the description that you should definitely check out, but it's called The InfoSec Rockstar. So I will link this so you can check it out, but it has a ton of great information on improving your career, and I would highly suggest that you check that book out as well. Now, question of the day, which certification are you working on right now, or are you going to pursue next? Let me know down in the comments below. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my website at johngood.com for full training courses and additional details. And then I will see you next time.